Good morning. I'm Marge, a Unity in Lynnwood prayer chaplain, and I'm happy to welcome all of you here this morning, whether you're here in the chancel or online with us. Welcome on this beautiful Sunday morning. We cherish this sacred time on Sunday morning as we come together to share the powerful frequency of meditation, and it is a frequency. So I invite you to settle with comfort into your chairs or wherever you're sitting, and close your outer eyes if that works for you. And take several deep breaths, and just let them out with a sigh. And just as you breathe, drop your breath down into your heart and slow your breathing and just rest. Rest. And let your heart fill with quiet joy. There's nothing you have to do right now, nothing you have to plan or be responsible for in these next few sacred minutes. This is your time of nourishment, your time to become refreshed. So let Spirit nurture you as you go into the silence. Gently bring yourself back into this physical space and breathe deeply as you gently open your outer eyes. Take several deep breaths as you enter the world today. Embrace the knowing that you are on the path of light, even when you cannot see the way. Trust that Spirit is opening the way before you and bathing you in light. And please join me as we bless everyone involved in the creation of this service today. We're grateful for the richness that everyone brings to this community. And we hold in blessing all who are struggling with chaos throughout the wider world. We hold them in our hearts. And lastly, we affirm that blessing for ourselves, whether here in our chancel or in our virtual congregation, knowing we walk in spirit always. And so it is. Amen.
place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of praise. We affirm all life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof and shout some praise. Spirit's in this place.
Good morning. Let's open with prayer. We affirm that Spirit is in this place, and we feel that holy light and love of Spirit just infilling everyone here, everyone online, and just every space in this building and all the surrounding area. We say a special prayer this morning for Reverend Angie, who is in Unity Village, officially getting her ordination. We are so blessed that she came to join our community, and we send her our love and support today. And we bless everyone here and all those cares that might be in our heart this morning. We just let those go into the infinite mind, the infinite love. And so it is. Amen.
Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof and shout some praise. Spirit's in this place. Good morning, Unity in Lynnwood. Welcome. Happy Sunday. So great to see you all. We always like to start by greeting our neighbors, so please stand as you're able and say hello to someone this morning. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing grace today. I'm choosing grace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing grace today. I choose compassion today. I choose compassion today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I choose compassion today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today. We'd like to welcome you all back as we do our group song today. It's going to be Here I Am, sometimes called I Will Be, and the words will be on the screen. Here I am. vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand.
This always likes to snap for me. It's like the cereal. So good morning. I'm Chris Nelson, your platform worship, whatever title I have this week, and I'm so glad you're here. You don't know what it's like to stand here and see all of the beautiful faces that Spirit is just shining through. And I'm so, so glad every time I get to be up here. So, good morning and welcome to Unity in Lynnwood. And, for our Unity in Lynnwood online people, thank you for being here. We're so glad you're here. One of these days you'll visit us in person from wherever you're sitting in Florida or Bothell or wherever, but in the meantime, your presence with us is such an honor. And now we have a mission statement. And I got the okay, it's coming. Well, the mission is practical spirituality, welcoming community. I know because it's written in my notes. Our mission is grounded in practical spirituality and welcoming community. And we always hope that we're here for that for you. And we have an invocation there. If you would like to read this with me, and variously, there is a singular and eternal ground of being from which all life emanates and into which all life retreats. We choose to call this ground of being God. By extension, we come to understand that we are spiritual in nature, human in expression, and limitless in potential. We gather today to remember such truths and to celebrate our unity and to honor all life. And today we have core values which have the acronym EMPOWER. And today we have oneness of all life. We are one together in individual expression. And we teach the unity of all life, transcendent of culture, era, or religion, or lack thereof. And again, we're deeply grateful for you and our online community. And let's take a minute to look at the far camera. Yay! Go ahead and say, good morning. We're so glad you're here. We're glad you're playing with us in the stratosphere of technology. And look at this. Rabbi Ted's sister, Barbara. We have Ken from Boston, Deb's from New Jersey, Ursula from Cocoa, Florida, Nancy Parle, West Seattle, Angie and Tom. Tim and Angie are somebody else I know. Angie and Tom are in Unity Village, and then we have another Tom in Edmonds. Wow. Oh, somebody else just came on, but they didn't tell us who they were. It's a secret. So, again, good morning, and welcome again to Unity in Lynnwood. We want to make sure you feel extra welcomed. At Unity in Lynnwood, we practice radical inclusion. We welcome people of all races, cultures, all sexual orientations, gender identities, all family structures and spiritual backgrounds. We welcome people who are neurodivergent and neurotypical, those who process the world quietly and those who process it out loud. We welcome everyone, every mind, every heart, exactly who you are. So this morning, as we begin, I invite you to listen, not with just your ears, but with your heart. So take a deep breath. In Psalm 18:24, we hear, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." This day, as they say, yesterday ended at midnight. Tomorrow isn't here. Today is a gift for each of us who have the privilege to wake up, stand up, move around, and see the beauty all around us. This beautiful sunny day, let's take this gift and do something different with it. How can we create a unique memory just this day? How about looking closely at a flower or a leaf, just really observing the color and the texture, or smelling that flower with delight, listening with awe to the birds singing, especially to us, tasting a delightful dish that we have never tasted before, or tasting it with a new awareness, actually being one with our food, our bounty. How about walk down a street we've never been on before? I see God all around us. When I look outside and see all the trees, each one is a different color of green. And especially in each person's eyes and touches and hearts. In the uniqueness of every plant, every animal, each color, each person. This morning, God whispered to you, "I have a gift for you." Tonight, thank God for the gift. And then tomorrow, if you didn't hear the whisper today, say, "God, can you whisper a little more loudly?"
You say you just can't find me. You've been searching high and low, from one place to another, for the truth you want to know. But you walk away half empty. Something doesn't quite ring true. And you look for other answers, a different point of view. You say you just can't hear me, though I'm talking all the time. If you listen, you will know me in a book or right here with you all along. You just don't know it's me. I am the wind, I am the rain, I am the love in all your pain. I am the earth, I am the air, I am the hope in your despair. I am everything, everywhere. You say you just can't feel me, that you're empty deep inside. You just can't tell what's missing, yet I know how hard you've tried. In the thrill of every lover and the joy of every friend, it's through their touch I'm giving you the love that's without end. I am the wind, I am the rain, I am the love in all your pain. I am the earth, I am the air, I am the hope in your despair. I am everything, everywhere. You only have to realize your yearnings are my own, that I'm the still small voice inside of you, the one you've always known. I am the wind, I am the rain, I am the love in all your pain. I am the earth, I am the air, I am the thought, I am your prayer. I am everything, everywhere. I am everything, everywhere.
Thank you, Kelly. Beautiful. We are so blessed. I was sitting there listening to that song, just thinking about not only how amazing it is that we have this incredible musician with us every Sunday, but all of the people that make this happen. Kim, beautiful flowers every Sunday, these gorgeous flowers that Kim puts together for us. And just everyone working behind the scenes, our amazing camera and media crew, folks in the office. I saw folks picking up little bits of trash from the carpet that, just to make this a truly welcoming place. So thank you, everyone. My name is Jennifer Lovejoy, and I am here, as I mentioned. Reverend Angie is back in Unity Village today, so we're holding down the fort. Her official ordination is tomorrow. We are trying to get the live stream link, so hopefully that will happen, but keep an eye on emails or website. If I understand it's at 11 a.m. our time tomorrow, but we don't have a link yet. So, but certainly we are holding you in lots of love and prayer, Reverend Angie. So it is my pleasure today to welcome our guest speaker. I know that Rabbi Ted needs no introduction from many of you. However, there may be some new folks here today. So I just want to mention Rabbi Ted is a beloved, longtime member of our community. He has been with Unity in Lynnwood for a long time, led our interfaith ministry for many years, and has really just brought so many teachings and skills and gifts, and most of all, presence to this community. So we are blessed to get to hear him one more time today. Rabbi Ted.
These were supposed to be notes for me.
It's a gift.
Oh, such beautiful people. I noticed that Kelly left the stage when I started speaking. I don't know what to make of that. Anyway, I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad you're here. This is a great, great Sunday. Oh. How do we know it's God talking? I'll tell you, I was sitting here and I was looking out the windows where you're looking now. And I'm remembering a very special man in my life named Father Bill Tracy. He was one of the early pioneers of interfaith relationships in Seattle area. And he was living at a place in those days called Camp Brotherhood outside of Arlington. Shortly after I moved to the Seattle area and found that place, I kept thinking, that's where I want to live. I never lived there, but I live here. And I remember one day sitting in front of the big windows looking out at the landscape. It was like a little farm. And I remember Father Bill saying, looking out and saying, God is talking to us. God is talking. I look out at you and I think God is talking. So I want to talk a little bit about revelation, because revelation is that communication that we tend to remember and describe the official God talking. A week before last, two holidays converge. One from the Jewish tradition called Shavuot, and that celebrates the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. The other in the Christian tradition called Pentecost. Both, well, you know, I'm not going to go into that, but that's the the speaking in tongues at the upper chamber by the apostles. And both are descriptions in various ways of the expression of revelation. The story, which most of you probably read in a picture book when you were young, is of the people who had been enslaved, hundreds of thousands of the Hebrew people who had been enslaved for several hundred years in Egypt. After convincing Pharaoh, by way of the 10 plagues, got to flee their enslavement and enter into the wilderness. If you care to read the story in the book of Exodus, the first thing we did when we left, rather than cheering, we're free, we did what we always do, and that is we complained. At any rate, we reached Mount Sinai 50 days after Passover, 50 days after leaving Egypt, and something marvelous happened. At that scene of Sinai, Charlton Heston came down. I mean, that would be the only way. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of people standing there, no microphone. Cameron was not there. I could just see Moses pressing the button on his handheld mic, and nothing happened. And on that incredible day, Moses came down with the 10 Commandments, right? They had Roman numerals on them. Haven't you seen that picture? I mean, and those 10 are still the 10 that in one way or another we either celebrate or don't. There's only a problem with that story. It was made up. Sorry. But several 100,000 people trekking through a wilderness for 40 years and leaving no trace of their being there? I don't think so. Several 100,000 people leaving Egypt and having no record. I mean, people explain it in all kinds of interesting ways. But it never happened. And the problem with it never happening is that, in fact, it's always happening. Sinai is always happening. And here's the difference between revelation and all other forms of communication. All other forms of communication happen at a certain time and in a certain place. So it can be repeated, it can be written, it can be shared, but it belongs in a specific setting of place and time, except for revelation. Revelation is the one communication that is happening always. How could it be otherwise? Sinai is happening right now. It never happened, and it's always happening. Always happening. Always having the opportunity, the possibility of leaving the place of our enslavement. And what is our enslavement? Our enslavement is our identification with the separate self. Our identification, our enslavement to our own egos that affirms our separateness and that affirms our being caught in this world of contrast, where the right is always fighting the wrong, where we're all trying to get everybody to agree and it's not possible, where we're struggling to survive in one way or another when that struggle just belongs to that belief in our separateness. So I want to talk a little bit about the 10 Commandments, because in the Torah, which is obviously the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, or the first 5 books of what Christians call the Old Testament, they're not numbered. I mean, if you go to the book of Exodus, they're not numbered, and they're not called commandments. Torah doesn't call them commandments. Torah calls them principles, literally. There's a Hebrew word that means commandment. It's not used for that. They're principles or they're utterances. And there are 3 ways to count to 10. I know you're wondering, okay. Christian, Jewish, well, Catholic, Protestant, and Jewish traditions name the 10 differently, which is fascinating because obviously in the Torah they're not numbered, Roman numeral or otherwise. And one of the problems is that the one that's omitted from both Protestant and Catholic tradition is omitted because it doesn't sound like a commandment. And it's not. None of them are commandments. They're principles. They're principles like, you know how when you go to a nature reserve and you look and you find a sign that tells you what you're looking at, and sometimes where to go, where the path is. The 10 principles are like landing on this planet and wondering, how do we become fully human? What's this embodiment? What's this incarnation about? And then there are 10 principles. And if you look at them that way, that's how we get along. That's how we're supposed to live. That's how we're supposed to be. That has to do, anyway. The one that is not counted in the Protestant and Catholic traditions as a commandment is, I am is the eternal one, your God, who frees you from the house of bondage. And that's it. I am is the one who frees you from the house of bondage. Awakening to our identity, you know that. This is principle, this is basic. As far as I can tell, all spiritual traditions know this, remember this. We have the opportunity to remember who we are. We have the opportunity, the gift, the blessing to remember who we are. So the question was asked through the centuries, and I don't know if you know this, well, you probably know this, Jews are always arguing with each other. It's the way we do things. The Talmudic literature, which is a literature starting around the 1st century and the text completing in the 5th century, actually the beginning of the 6th century, is full of the rabbis arguing with each other. And the fascinating thing about that literature is it contains both sides. It doesn't say who's right and who's wrong. They're arguing. And they're arguing about interpretation. They're arguing. So they were arguing, beginning in those days and echoing through centuries of unfolding. Because we've been on an evolutionary path. Consciousness is evolving. We are evolving. Our souls are evolving. It's what we're here for. So across the ages, they were wondering, what actually did we hear? And the initial tradition was that we heard the first 2 principles. I am is the eternal, your God is the first. The second is there's no way of having any God beside this one, I am. So the first idea was that everybody heard those first 2 principles, but then we said, wait, it's too much for us. The energy that's coming through is too much. Moses, you tell us. We just can't. I mean, you could. And then through the ages, it was decided that, well, we actually didn't even hear the first two. We just heard the first principle. And then it was, well, did we hear the first whole principle? And it was decided this is coming into the mystical, Kabbalistic expansion of the 16th century. We heard the first word, Anochi, I am. And then with the Hasidic revolution of the 18th century, it was decided we didn't hear the... I mean, look, these are people going, wait, what are we hearing? If revelation is happening all the time, what is it we're hearing? And they're going, well, actually, we're not hearing these 10. We're not even hearing the first two. We're not even hearing the first one. And we're not even hearing the first one. What are we hearing? And the tradition unfolded that what we're hearing is the first letter. The first letter of the first word. And you know what the first letter of the first word is? It's the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet. It's called Aleph. And you know the sound of an Aleph? I'm going to do the sound of the Aleph now. Ready? The sound of the Aleph is silent. The whole Hebrew alphabet starts with silence. Ah, whoa. What we heard and what we hear in Revelation, the revelation that is reaching us today as we stand at our own Sinai at this moment, on this day, in this place, is the same revelation that has been heard forever. Forever. You do realize that the one thing we share with all humanity, past, present, future, is silence. There's no Jewish silence, even though that might be an exaggeration. There's no Christian silence. There's no Muslim silence. There's no Buddhist silence. There's no Hindu silence. Whoa. That which is universal, that which opens this whole thing, that which opens all of creation, is silence. Think about that a minute, or don't think about that. Between one breath and the next, silence. Between one beating of the heart and the next, silence. Between each wave of the vibration of reality, silence. You know, each and every one of us sees a different reality. Each and every one of you sees a different Ted up here. And we see a certain vibration and we call it orange. But we have no way of knowing what each of us are seeing. We agree that whatever we're seeing, we're calling orange. Oh, wow. Now, from that silence, I am awakened. It's like it's the shape of creation. I think they knew some of the basic principles of unity. I also think they knew some of the basic principles of essentially every spiritual tradition in this world. Because it's one. How do we know it's God talking? We know because it's universal. God is universal. However, so I invite you to take a few moments now to listen. The statement in the book of Psalms that underlies, for me, the whole thing is usually translated, be still and know. But actually the be still is stop. Stop judging. Stop comparing. Stop desiring. Stop rejecting. Stop. And in that stopping, know that I am is God, universal. We speak God's name more than we speak any other name. I am always I aming. You are always I aming. The essence of revelation is moving behind the content of the I am to the I. So start in a moment of silence. Just honoring your I am. No matter what you're thinking, I am thinking. I am feeling. I am whatever. And move back to just the I am. I am here. And here I am. I am always here. I am always here. Flowing from the heart of the one silence. I am always here. And as you gently open your eyes, if they were closed, be aware I am here. I am here. If anybody else is here, could you share that? I am here. What? I am here. Once more. I am here. And you know what? You are always here. I am always here. What a trip. Honoring silence above all else, I sure present a lot of words. And I'm grateful to be with you. You can come out now. Kelly. I was. Thank you.
Mine has words.
Well, how come you didn't leave it up there?
I didn't want to confuse you. So now we come to our time in our service. And by the way, thank you, Rabbi Ted. You're amazing. As we get ready to give, let's remember that every gift we share is an act of love. An act of saying yes to the work of Spirit here at Unity, in Lynnwood, and in the world. Your generosity helps us create a place of belonging, peace, and transformation for all who enter. Just feel it right here, right now. We invite you to give from the heart, knowing that as you give, you also receive. For in God's economy, love always multiplies. You can also give through our website or by texting or using the QR code on today's slide. That's that funky little thing up there. That's also kind of artistic. We also have text to give and envelopes in the back of the seat in front of you. That's kind of newer. So, and I want to add, as the bags go through, take a little extra time to just honor what's in there, honor your generosity. There's plenty of time for them to go through. Sometimes it feels like it's hot potatoes, but take time to honor that bag as it goes through. And so we'd love the ushers to step forward.
All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. In sweet surrender, in sweet surrender. All that I am, I offer at the altar.
So I invite the ushers to please come forward. And let's join together and bless these offerings that were given today. We are so grateful to all that has been given, the treasures, the time, the talent. Everything here today we know goes out and blesses our community and the wider world beyond. And we say, thank you, God. So it is. Let's say together our offering blessing, which is on the screen. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you. Thank you, ushers. Okay. So if you are here for the first time, I want to welcome you to Unity in Lynnwood. We have an ambassador here who has a new member packet and can answer any questions that you may have, which is Lynn, who is here somewhere. Do we have anyone new today? Anyone, if you'd be willing to raise your hand if you're here for the first time? Linda, hi. Okay, thank you, welcome. And here in the back as well. So here's our ambassador. There he is, enthusiastically waving from the back. All right, Len, we do have a couple new people here today, so if you'll be in the back of the room, people can find you. So thank you so much. So we have some invitations today, as always. Start by highlighting our small groups. We have a lot of active small groups. These are terrific ways to get to know people in the community, to learn new things, and to get support. So we have our Gamblers Anonymous, Casey Search for God on Monday night, the Adult Children of Alcoholics and Dysfunctional Families on Thursday, and our women's group and our men's group, which meet on Sundays after or before the service, respectively, and our Recovery Dharma, which is open to everybody on Sunday evenings. So lots of small group activities. And if you have an idea for a small group, feel free to reach out to Reverend Angie about that, and we'll see what might get going. So for announcements, starting on Sunday, June 7th, which is next Sunday, oh my goodness. Unapologetic manifestation. I'm manifesting a new month. Okay. Reverend Angie will lead us through a month-long exploration of unapologetic manifestation inspired by Ken Daigle's book of the same name. Each Sunday in June, her Sunday service will draw from the book. All are welcome to worship with us, regardless of whether you have the book or not. But if you'd like to pick up the book, it is in the bookstore where you can get a copy. There will also be a meeting right after each service from 12:15 to 1:15 for a class that takes the teaching of the week deeper. And a suggested love offering for that 4-week class is $40, which you can pay online when you register or in person at the class. And again, copies of that book are available. You can attend the service and the class, or just the service, however you want to do that. Next Sunday after service, we also have our community potluck. This is the first Sunday of every month. No sign-up is needed. Simply show up. You're welcome to bring a dish to share, although it's not required. It's a wonderful chance to connect, catch up, and spend time together in the community. So we hope you join us. And lastly, we have Paul Selig's Upper Room Channeled Weekend Workshop. Paul Selig has joined us every summer for the past several years, and he's returning for this workshop on Saturday, August 15th and Sunday, August 16th. Paul and his guides will lead an immersive weekend of lectures, attunements, energy work, and Q&A. Unity members are able to save 20% with a promo code UNITY at checkout, and you can register on our website and also get more information there. So as we close today, I also want to say that we always have prayer available. Prayer is available if you need support, if you have something you want to celebrate. And we have wonderful prayer chaplains who are able to meet with you after the service. Today we've got Lucinda and Marge, so thank you so much. They'll be up here somewhere near the front of the room if you want to talk with them after the service if you have a prayer request or for a divine wholeness blessing. And if you're online, you can email the email address on your screen, prayer@unityinlynnwood.org. Share your prayer request. If you would like to have a prayer chaplain call you, please leave your phone number and they will give you a call and can pray with you then. So I'd like to invite Rabbi Ted up to do the closing prayer.
Can I just say that Wednesday we're going to stop. We're going to have a circle and we're going to stop and be silent. And that's at 6 o'clock. I may be doing more this week because Angie's coming back to celebration. But we will meet at 6 o'clock in Sanctuary for a circle of movement and silence.
Thank you, Palakini. Yeah, so we have a regular Wednesday night service here that Palakini and Reverend Angie lead, so you're welcome to join that.
You know, if you go out into the world the rest of today, tomorrow, this week, and you're aware I am here, and you're aware I am, and you look out, and actually each person is also here. They're also I. That silence, that I awakening in everyone, whether they know it or not, when we respond, knowing, it makes a difference. It's like going out into the world and automatically seeing others and saying, there goes another one. There goes another one. May this be a week of honoring the silence and allowing that silence to awaken as the one you are, and allowing the one you are to express with special caring and special love and special clarity of presence. May our week unfold with joyful presence. Go with love into this week.
Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Lord, teach the people to stop fighting, start uniting, live as one. Let's get together, love each forever, sanctuary for you. Let's sing that last line one more time. Sanctuary for you. Thank you, Unity in Lynnwood. Have a great weekend. Happy June. See you next time. Thank you.